Hello, this is Mr. Lodge. I'm just going to try and talk you through some of the sort of general science skills that we have to use in science. This one particular video is going to be all about how to record your data correctly and do a pretty much perfect data table almost every time. So I'm just showing you this sheet over here as well because you've got this in your books. And at the moment we are focusing on the recording data section here. So just click on it and just highlight this. So we're looking at recording data, raw or processed. Okay, in this case I'm going to focus on raw, and then I'm going to process it after I've put the data into the table. Okay, so let's say, for example, we were investigating the relationship between the ray of incidence and the ray of reflection. Now that's the title for the investigation. Now something very similar you're going to have to do for your main title, yeah, of the table, and it will include the independent variable and the dependent variable, so what you're changing and what you're measuring. So in this case, ask yourself the question, what is the independent variable and what's the dependent variable in that title? Pause the video, just have a go. Okay, so having paused it, you should have, the independent variable in this case was the ray of incidence, because that's the light ray shining into the mirror, and what we're measuring again is the ray of reflection, okay, in each case. So what we're going to do is try and show the relationship between those two, and we need to record that data. Okay, so I'm going to draw my table of results. I'm going to make sure most of the time in science the independent variable is in this column, the dependent variable in this column here. So the independent variable was the ray of incidence, that is theta I. Dependent variable theta R. Okay, so let's say, for example, we started and we did angle of incidence 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, and our results for the angle of reflection are 11, 20, 20. Okay. And of course, when you're doing a experiment, we do need to repeat it, right? So I'll take a few measurements here. So okay, so that's an example of what we should be, how we should be organising this data. Okay, now average. I'm going to process it. Actually, it should be mean rather than average, because there's three types of average. There's a mean, a mode, and a median. So we're going to choose the mean. Okay, so we'll just rub all that out. Oh, back, back, back. So then we calculate the mean for each of those angles. I'm going to let you do that, but let's pause. And see if you can calculate the means of each of those values. Okay? Stop the video, see if you can do the calculations. Okay, now let's just check and see if you got that right. You agree with me, 11, 21, 30, 41 and 52. Okay. Now why have I not put any decimal places in there? Well, if I look over here, this comment here, the number of decimal places is consistent. So if I'm working at a precision of 1 degree, then I shouldn't be changing this to a precision of 0.1 degree. Okay, so I have to keep the number of decimal places the same. That's why I've got whole numbers there. Okay. Now just focusing on the success criteria over here. Again, look, so this one here, table fully ruled with the data enclosed in cells. Now I haven't used a ruler, so actually I'd probably get a little cross for that one because I haven't used a ruler. I have enclosed them all into cells, so they're all separate. Okay. Independence in the first column, yes, tick. Dependence in the second column, tick. No units in table cells, there's nothing here, no units, but I haven't actually told the reader what the unit is, and this is actually, oh, hang on, come on pens, this is degrees, this is degrees, 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 degrees. Okay, and this is mean angle of reflection. Okay, my title, I'm going to say, actually I'll change this, because that was the title of the investigation, so I'll change this to say results table to show the relationship between the ray of incidence and the ray of reflection. So that's a better title for this particular table, right? And I've got independent dependent variable in that title. Okay, so headings. Yeah, I've got headings. Maybe it might be better to put this in words, so angle of incidence, and then angle of reflection. Okay, so don't just put IV and DV. Yeah. Make it clearer for the reader. So then I've got, okay, let's go through this and see if I can tick off some of these success criteria here. Done the title, headings and units. I've done the process data there, so that's my mean, yes, angle of reflection, no units in table cells, come on pens, work for me, yes, IV in first column, DV in second column, yeah, number of decimal places consistent, but Mr. Lodge has not used a ruler, so I can't give myself that one, okay. So what I've done, I've used my success criteria to help me draw my table of results and actually assess myself. So first job done. Now all of your table of results should share things, should share things in common, right? So all of these things at Key Stage 3 that we learn are consistent throughout Key Stage 4 and IB Key Stage 5. Okay, so this is a good skill. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.